Hey, welcome back to the challenge. Today we're going to work a little bit on arm balancing. Now, if you want to deepen your arm balance practice, a great way to do it is by taking the arm balance course, of course, with me. For a limited time only, it's on sale. No, I don't know. It's just a course that I made. I put on the Conscious Movement community, which you can sign up for. It's like 15 bucks a month. You get hour-long videos and then all the courses and exclusive content. It's a great way to deepen your practice, be a member of the community, support the channel. So I'll put that link below. I'm going to teach you some of the fundamentals from that course. Stacey's going to do them. I'm going to talk about them. Let's begin today on your back. Lie down on your back. Soles of the feet together, knees apart. Let's go over here, okay. Or you can go to your shade spot if you want now. All right, so just take a moment in Baddha to let the hips open. Put one hand on your belly and let your belly rise and fall with your breath. Then take your arms straight up, interlock your hands. And as you inhale, slowly take your arms back without your rib cage tipping up. So you can just imagine I put a block on the front of your rib cage. And then bring your arms back up. Slowly let your arms go back. And bring them back up. Now, if you have a block at home, put it in between your hands. Ooh, it's going to be hard with the wood block. Slowly take your arms back. Control. Now press the knuckles into the block. Turn on your triceps. And then bring your arms back up. So two different actions. When you hold your arms, we don't want the arms to just like hang there. Instead, as you push into your hands, you want to feel your inner arm bones sink into the socket, the triceps turn on and turn in. Then slowly take the block back. But what's going to want to happen? Your triceps are going to want to turn out and the arms want to go lazy like I'm showing. Instead, keep them like Stacey's. Push your knuckles into the block, turn your triceps in and on. Collarbones broad, and then bring the block back up. Now bring your knees together, legs in tabletop. Ooh, this is the most challenging one. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold the legs up in tabletop. Slowly take the block back. Hips firm out of your lower back. See how far you can take the block back before you lose the ribs and bring it back up. One more time, slowly take your block back. And back up. Now the most challenging, push your left heel forward. Lower the legs slowly, keeping the buttocks out of the lower back, and then take the arms back. Woo, bring it all back up. Change sides, push the right heel forward and lower it slowly as the block goes back. Bring it back up. Change sides. Are you guys keeping the ribs in like Stacey is? She's doing such a good job. Bring it back up. Change sides. You guys, why do we always say to use guys? Because I'm only talking to one person. Unless you're doing this video at home with several people, then it doesn't make sense. Come back up. Hey you guys, I'm so excited about. Slowly lower both knees away from you as the block goes back. This is the hardest part. Bring it back up. Last one, slowly lower. Oh, keep the ribs in, keep the ribs in, keep the, oh, and back up. Good. Now, feet together, but knees wide apart. Crunch up in between your knees and reach the block past your feet. Oh, go, go. And lower back down. Great job. It's the buttocks, or what's the crow pose right there, basically. Okay, roll over to your side. And press yourself up to seated. Take downward facing dog. Stretch back. Don't let it happen again. Holding down dog. Breathe through your nose. Skincare, that's what I'm so excited about this new skincare product, guys. Hey, you guys. That's what influencers like to sell. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Let your head drop. Roll yourself up to stand. Come all the way up. Good. Press to your feet. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Step back and lower into chaturanga. Lift back up. Lower slowly all the way onto your belly. Inhale into low cobra. Now as you hold here in low cobra, the feeling should be like I put my knee in your upper back right there, and then I'm pulling your shoulders around. So can you get that same feeling in your back? Keep the lower back long, the tail reaching to the heels, the legs active like we learned yesterday. And then lower your chest back down. Now stretch your arms all the way forward. We're gonna do that arm exercise, you know that one? Turn the triceps down and then bend the elbows back into cactus position and roll your chest up a bit, but get the same feeling like I got my knee in your back right there and you're trying to go over that spot. Stretch the arms forward as you inhale, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, bend the elbows back into cactus position. Inhale, stretch the arms forward. Exhale, go back for cactus. Hold there, then arms straight back behind you. Lower your chest down. Press up into plank. Stretch back into dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale, find a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back, get length. Step back into plank pose. Lower slow into low plank. Pause. Lift straight back up. Lower onto your belly. Stretch your arms forward, head down. Exhale into cactus position. So as we work all the muscles in the back body and the backs of the shoulders, this will help to balance out the pushing that we're going to do from the chaturangas and from the crow. Stretch your arms forward, reach to your crown. Exhale, bend back into cactus. Inhale, reach your arms forward, lengthen to your crown. Exhale, back into cactus. Then lower your chest down, press back up into plank. Stretch back into down dog. Walk your feet forward to the front of your mat. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come all the way up, raise your arms. Exhale, Samasthiti. Inhale into chair pose, bend your knees and sit back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your left leg back into a lunge, lower your knee down. Inhale, raise your arms up, push down through your left shin, lift up through your waist. Exhale, bend the elbows into cactus position. Pranamudra. Inhale your arms back up. Hands down to the mat. Step back into downward facing dog. Inhale into plank pose. Hold in your plank. Bring your right knee up to your elbow. Change left knee up to your left elbow. Stretch it back. Downward facing dog. Raise your right leg up from the inner thigh. Push down through your left toe mound. Lift up through your hips. Exhale, knee to chest. Step your foot up by your thumb. Inhale up onto your fingertips. Hip crease back, sternum forward. Exhale, right hip firms in. Step your back leg forward and fold. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back. Come up to stand, mountain pose. Inhale into chair. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Step your right leg back into a lunge. Lower your knee, inhale your arms up. Exhale, bend your elbows, cactus. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Hands down. Step back into downward dog. Inhale into plank. Hold there, bring your right knee to your left elbow. And then slide it up by your pit. Ooh. Stretch back. Left knee to right elbow. And then slide it up by your pit. Back into down dog. Press down through your right toe mounds. That was Stacy, not me. Raise your left leg up. It's very dramatic. Exhale, knee to your chest, pull up. And step your foot up by your thumb. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips. Get length, hip crease back, heart forward. Exhale, step your back leg forward. Keep your hip on a track with your ankle. And fold. Inhale into chair pose. Bend your knees and sit back. Come all the way up to stand. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find a flat back. Step back into down dog or take a vinyasa. From down dog, oh wait, I got it for the vinyasa people. Step your right foot, warrior one. Inhale, come up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Good, so as you hold in the warrior, turn your right thigh all the way out so your knee points straight ahead. Back leg strong like we practiced yesterday. So remember those actions in your back leg. That's going to help so that your spine gets tall. If the energy sinks in your back leg, it's going to make you sink under. Then go forearm to thigh or hand onto the outside of your foot. Take your arm over. Extended side angle. Anchor down that back heel bone. Then press down through your feet. Come back up into warrior two. Sink a little bit deeper. And this is a tricky one. Put your right hand down onto the inside of your foot. Take your left arm up. You can use a block underneath your hand if your spine starts to round over. Now wrap your left arm behind your back and use your hand to deepen your right hip crease to encourage the crease of your right hip back to your back heel. Like I had a rope on your right hip crease pulling it to your back heel. Then lift the sides of your ribs away from your back heel. Good, take your left arm back up. Put your left hand down onto the floor, both hands on the inside of your foot as you spin your back heel up. Then step your right leg back, plank pose. Hold in your plank. Then stretch straight back into downward facing dog. Step your left foot, warrior one. Inhale, reach up. Open up to your side, warrior two. Side angle. Forearm to thigh or hand on the outside of your foot. Take your arm over. Aim your outer hips towards your back heel. Anchor that back heel bone. Grow your back leg and your spine long to the line of your back ankle. Press down through your feet. Come back up. Make sure your left knee is still tracking with your center ankle, center hip, long inner leg, and then feel the tension in your inner thighs from your groins to your knees start to spread. Place your hand down onto the inside of your foot. Take your right arm up. Now Stacy has the mobility to be able to put the hand down all the way down, but for many, including myself, I like usually a block, unless I'm like real warmed up or something. So feel what you need. Now wrap your arm behind your back. Ollie, no. Then take your arm up. You're making the whole neighborhood go crazy now. Bring your right hand back down. Spin your back heel up. Hold here in the lunge. Feel from your left groin, you're releasing towards the left inner knee. Stretch the back leg. Side ribs forward, hips back. Step back into plank pose. Take a vinyasa or stretch right back into down dog. Good, now shift into plank. Bring your right knee up to your right outer armpit. As you inhale, slide it to your right outer wrist. Exhale, slide it back up to your outer armpit. Hold it up, but pull it from your middle. Spread your shoulder blades as much as you can, hollow out your belly. Stretch back into down dog. Shift into plank pose. Bring your left knee up to your left outer armpit. Pull it up. Inhale, slide it down to your wrist. Exhale, pull it back up to your pit. Lift up, hollow in your middle, spread your blades. Pull up. Downward facing dog, stretch back. Good. Now step your right foot to your right wrist, left foot to your left wrist. So we're gonna go feet wide malasana. So you can turn the toes out slightly and keeping your heel bones grounded, start to lower your hips. Is that too wide? You can come a little more if you need to. But Stacy, do it one more time like you're a person with really tight hips. Lift your hips up. And then, so as you start to lower, there's usually a point about halfway, like right at knee height, where people will start to shift their weight into their inner feet and sink into their toe mounts. So instead, I want you to press into your outer heels like you had a grain of rice under there, and then slowly let the hips start to drop. If you get stuck right there, many get stuck right there, you could just hang out there, put a block underneath your butt or something like that. But if you can drop it like it's hot all the way like Stacy can, then go ahead and drop it like it's hot. Bring the elbows onto the inside. Who was that? Who was that? The Drop It Like It's Hot song. Yeah, that's right. Okay, good. Then fingertips down. Straighten your legs. Bring the legs all the way together. Then heels up. So now the inner heels and big toes will be together. Oh, we could even, get that thing out of the way. And then if it's difficult to keep the heels like this, you could also slide that block underneath the heels. Slowly lower your buttocks to your heels. Snoop Dogg style. Take the knees wide enough now for your ribs to fit in between. And then start to slide your hands all the way forward. At first, let's get the stretch. So as you push down into your hands, turn your triceps down, pull your belly up. Feel your shoulder blades spread on your back. Then from here, bend your elbows back so that your knees come up way up high by your armpits. As your hands go flat, the elbows go out to the side a little bit. Now keep this rounding in your back with your butt under. Try not to let your butt come up. Lean into your hands. And then as you lean into your chaturanga arms, start to straighten your arms. Pull up in your middle. Keep the knees up high, but don't let the butt come up. See how Stacy keeps the butt low? Ooh, eventually you might be able to get the arms all the way straight. And then from there, lower yourself back down. Nice job. Woo! Uttanasana, fold forward. Let your head drop. That was good. Inhale into a flat back. Step back into downward facing dog or take a vinyasa. Step your right foot for warrior two. Inhale, come up. Straighten your right leg for triangle pose. Reach out over your straight right leg. Then from triangle, bring your left hand down to the mat. Spin your back heel up as you bend your right knee. Kind of tricky transition from here. Plant your left hand flat and twist. Take your right arm up. But the more you twist, the more your right hip will want to sink forward. Instead, pull that hip back so that you can turn on the legs. Center right heel bone down. Sternum, reach it forward. Lengthen through your crown. Then turn onto the outside edge of your back foot. Without your chest collapsing, press into your left hand evenly, then step your right leg back to stack on top of your left. Now, if it's too much on your wrist or your shoulder, that's fine. Just drop your left knee down and work on the posture. Now, we want to create the feeling like the back's up against the wall. So try not to let your head hang forward or your upper back round. As you press into the left outer foot, engage your legs, firm your hips out of your lower back, navel, sternum up. Tailbone in. Then slowly with control, come back into plank pose and stretch right back into dog. Step your left foot, warrior two. Inhale, come up. Then straighten your left leg, triangle pose. Normal. Press even through the four corners of your feet. Make sure that your left thigh is turned out so your knee points straight ahead. Otherwise, I'll come over there and it won't be pretty. Keep that thigh turned out. Press through your back heel. Then bring your right hand down. Spin your back heel up as you bend your left knee. Plant that hand flat and twist. Take your left arm up. So feel the middle three knuckles on your right hand. Don't try to yank your left arm behind you. Instead, spread the tops of the shoulder blades. Spread the shoulders. Then turn onto the outside edge of your back foot and step back to stack. Firm from your hips into your feet. Press down into that right outer foot. Scoop your belly up, draw the energy up through the core of the spine, and then breathe down through the central channel to feel equal elongation through all the vertebrae. Slowly, with control, come back into plank pose. Stretch back into downward dog. Good, then look in between your hands. Hop through to seated. Lie down onto your back. Bring your legs up into tabletop. Take your arms straight up. Opposite arm leg stretch. Push your right heel forward. Lower it slowly. Keep your buttocks out of your back and then send your left arm back without your ribs popping up. Inhale, arm and leg back up. Exhale, change sides. Keep those abdominals in. Inhale, the arm and the leg back up. Exhale, change sides. Notice how slow and controlled Stacy's moving. Come back up. Change sides. She's tripping on acid right now, so it's really far out for her to be doing these rays of light shooting out of the hands. Come back up and change sides. Come back up. She has transcended. She is the yoga pose now. Last one. Send it out. Change sides. Come back up. Yes, you're one with the masters. Now curl up to your knees. Arms forward. Low abs in. Ooh, curl. Now really feel the sub-umbilical abs turn on below your navel. Push your right heel forward and slowly lower. But what happened to those below navel abs? Ooh, those are the ones that don't want to work so much. Change legs. Use those low ab supports. Good. Bring the knees back up and lower your head down. Oh my gosh. Put your hands next to your hips, right into the bridge. Press down through your feet, lift your hips up. Total body workout. Press down through your feet. Engage the backs of your legs. So corny. Slowly lower yourself back down. Good. Lift back up. Now this time, let's do the hand preparation for Urdhva Dhanurasana. Position your hands as if you're going to go into full wheel, which is something we haven't even learned yet. So we're just going to work on this arm stretch. As you place your hands by your head, open up the skin on the hands into the mat, turn the elbows in, and then press into the hands like you're going to lift up. Lower yourself back down. And lower the hands back down at your side. Good job. Then open your arms out to the side. Cross your right knee over your left knee. Shift your hips over to the right a little. And let your knees fall over to the left. So don't worry, if you're excited to go up in the Urdhva, you're welcome to do it on your own. But we're also going to have a day in the challenge where we learn about those more advanced back bends. Bring your knees and your hips back to center. Change the cross of the legs. Hips over to the left a little. Knees over to the right. Come back to center. And stretch your legs out for shavasana, corpse pose. Let your feet and your legs relax. Let your hips and your abdominals relax. Empty the hands. Empty the tension in your arms and your shoulders. Feel your chest muscles spread. Feel your neck relax, your jaw, your tongue. Empty the palate. Empty the jaw. Let all the muscles in your face soften. Let the eyes start to release back. Let the skin on the forehead soften and spread. Then take a slightly deeper, fuller breath in and out through your nose. Bend your knees and roll over to your right side. Press yourself up to seated. Oh, you're back too. Bring your palms together. Thank you. Namaste. Hey, thanks for joining us today. Thanks to Stacy for showing how to do all those poses. That was great. Let me know how it went with the crow pose. Did you get into the crow? Were you able to do it? If you have any questions about it, drop it below. Hit the like button. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.